March 11th, 2014. A legendary franchise was born, with over 10 million copies sold with tens of thousands of players live every day. Titanfall landed with a bang, taking the gaming world by surprise. With its innovative gameplay styles and its fun multiplayer battles, the movement system was something unlike anything anyone had ever experienced. The wall running was exhilarating, the weapons were fresh and creative, and its Halo-like vibes drew many sci-fi loving gamers over to it for a fresh, new experience, with a hint of familiarity. It was such a hit that Respawn, the developers to Titanfall, got to work right away on a sequel that was sure to shake up the whole gaming industry for years to come. But then it didn't. So, what went wrong? Titanfall 2 had similar mechanics to Titanfall, but they were improved. It had an amazing campaign, chock full of amazing moments at every turn. It had a beautiful multiplayer, it had amazing pilot abilities, and a few more weapons. What more could you ask for in a sequel? Well, as you can guess by the title of this video, it didn't quite go as planned. With an underwhelming estimated 4 million copies sold and an all-time high of 13,000 players online at a single time, what the hell went wrong with this game? Well, a couple things had this game set to die from the moment it was launched, and I'm here to tell you the three main things that went wrong and what hammered the final nail into Titanfall 2's metaphorical coffin. So this brings me to the first big mistake, the release date. Titanfall 2, while developed by Respawn Entertainment, was distributed by EA. Now, as much as I want to just blame EA for Titanfall 2's failed launch, it was not all EA's fault. They just played a large role. October 28th is when EA officially pushed Titanfall 2 out onto Xbox, PS4, and PC. Now you're probably asking, how the hell does a release date kill a game? Wouldn't delaying it or releasing it early or unfinished kill it worse? Well, yes, but no. See, EA's #1 flagship first-person shooter game, Battlefield 1, was set to release on October 21st, 2016, and the direct competitor, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, was set to release November 4th, 2016. This sat Titanfall 2 sandwiched right between two of the most popular and anticipated games of 2016. No one had room in their wallets for three brand new games in such a short time period. So how did these two games affect it? Well, Infinite Warfare sold roughly 4.8 million copies, and Battlefield 1 sold 5.13 million copies. That's a collective 10 million copies sold between the two games. That takes up all 10 million copies sold from the previous Titanfall. See where the issue is? There were very few people willing to pay out the time and money towards two, let alone three games, and dedicate time individually towards all three games. That's one nail in the coffin. But that's it? That's what killed the game? Well, no, that's just one of the three main issues. Coming up on the second main mistake, we discuss the learning curve. There is such a huge learning curve to this game, it's hard for people to want to pick it up and learn all the new mechanics. A lot of people just want to pick up another boots on the ground first-person war simulation game without having to learn a bunch of new mechanics. They want to get that enjoyment, that hit of dopamine or serotonin from easy kills, just jumping into the game, redoing what they're already good at, with maybe some better graphics and a new campaign. I think the ingenuity of this, its creativity, and its ability to deliver something new and genuinely cool actually helped kill it on release. The fast-paced, high reaction time-dependent, skill-dependent gameplay was somewhat hard to follow. It was simply hard for some people to justify that payout for such a hit or miss title. Nail number 2 in the metaphorical coffin. And that brings us towards the third and final devastating blow towards the lifeline of Titanfall 2. Competitive or not, this game can't really decide whether or not it wants to be highly competitive or cater to those who can't really or don't really want to aim, can't or don't want to strategize, and just want to have fun getting kills. Why do I say this? Well, let's ignore the factors that cater towards the previously mentioned group. We'd exclude those to get a highly skill-based game. It's super fast-paced, it's super movement-based, you have to be able to aim and do it well. You have to be able to react quickly and react to multiple things happening on screen at any given time. You have to understand abilities, and you have to strategize with barely any time to do so. It's so highly skill-based, you'd have to be super good to play in this game, right? Well, wrong, actually. Can you tell me what the actual f*** is a smart pistol? I could unload half a mag into someone, and right before I get that sweet kill, they lock into my face, and I'm dead. Yes, I mean it when I say they lock on. It's a literal aimbot that's in the game, on purpose so you don't have to have any skill at all. And on top of that, why the Titans in multiplayer? They destroy pilots within seconds. It makes it hard to rely on skill past the first 5 minutes of any round. If you want to play, you either have to be really good at taking Titans down as a pilot, or cave in and use the Titan yourself. And maybe you're all for that. Maybe you love the Titans, but that doesn't mean that the skill gap isn't being tightened. If you use the right loadout, you can remove almost all skill required to keep up with the people who are genuinely good at the game. It's frustratingly bipolar, and it really does annoy the people who genuinely want to be competitive, and it bores the people who are only good at aimbotting people and bitch slapping people in their Titans. That, my friends, is the third and final nail getting driven into the metaphorical coffin of Titanfall 2. There you have it, the death of Titanfall 2. A premature death of a game that was so ahead of its time and so amazing that it's honestly a sin that it didn't live like it should have. Now I know you're wondering, why do I keep on praising this game when I seemingly just spent the past 6 minutes roasting Titanfall 2? Well, I wasn't roasting it, I was saying what they did wrong. That's just so insignificant compared to what makes this game truly amazing. I could honestly go on and on about how good this game is, but I'm going to compile a 3-part list of all the primary things that make this game amazing. Honestly, there's way more than 5, but if I tried to explain every amazing thing in this game, YouTube would take this video down and send it to Netflix with a letter stating, you accidentally put your 7-hour documentary on our platform? All jokes aside, let's dive into the top 5 things that truly redeem this game for its fail of a launch. Number 1. The weapons. All the weapons in this game are so clean, balanced, and amazingly creative. What I mean by balanced is almost all the guns are perfectly equal. Not in the sense that they have the same fire rate or the same damage. Weapon balance comes in the performance a gun delivers, compared to another gun. For comparison, the Wingman Elite is a gun that can kill someone in 2 shots, but that requires the ability to aim really well. Compared to the Alternator is a high fire rate gun that does way lower damage than the Wingman, but allows you to be able to fire multiple bullets. That way you don't have to be as precise whilst aiming. Overall, the weapon balancing in this game is done really well, and the weapon design is great. All the guns feel futuristic, but not in an alien way. They still feel like the type of gun to be produced by humans, so it doesn't feel too strange to use. This has a huge quality aspect to the overall gameplay. Weapons honestly make this game feel so unique and different. They handle so well and make the game so fun. Number 2. Movement. I know you saw this one coming. With such innovative movement, it's no wonder that this made it onto the list. The wall running, the double jumping, the bunny hopping, and the smooth gameplay. It all adds up together to make some of the most satisfying gameplay of just about any game ever. Honestly, it's not something I can even put into words, so here's a clip of another fellow YouTuber, Moki, displaying some of the most satisfying movement-based gameplay ever. To me, that video honestly says it all. The movement of this game is so perfect and satisfying, I could play this game all day, just so I could hop and fly around the map. Number 3. The campaign. The Titanfall 2 campaign is a shining example that there is still creativity to be had in the first-person shooter genre. The plot in this game is incredible, the different mechanics are so good, the characters have so much personality, and the villains are honestly really intimidating and intriguing. It is a linear map, but the map design is done so well, all the levels and all the scenery is designed beautifully. There's a great amount of twists and an immense amount of action at every turn. I honestly won't get too into it because I want everyone watching this video who hasn't played Titanfall 2 to go out and get Titanfall 2 yourself on Steam. And if you're on the fence about it, then there's no better time than now to pick it up. At the time of uploading this video, there's a sale going on for Titanfall 2 on Steam right now. That concludes this video. I really hope that you found this video interesting and informative. I've never really done a video with this much effort in it, so at the least, a like or a comment would be hugely appreciated. Honestly, if you've made it here to the end of this video, that's enough for me, and I'm so thankful. Really hope you enjoyed it, and I honestly hope you go out and try this game for yourself. Well guys, I'm signing off, and thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you pilots in the next video.